They told you overthinking is bad, that it's ruining your happiness, that you need to just stop thinking so much. But what if I told you that's a lie? Be honest, how many times have you found yourself replaying a conversation from 3 years ago? Like, why did I say that? What was I thinking? What if they still remember it? Or maybe you've spent 20 minutes overanalyzing a simple text before hitting send. Or you've hesitated on a decision at work, at home, even at a restaurant, thinking, am I making the right choice? Let me tell you something, you're not broken. In fact, you might just be one of the smartest people in the room. Because overthinking, that's a sign of intelligence. It's not a flaw, it's your superpower. The problem isn't that you overthink. The problem is that no one ever showed you how to use it to your advantage. Sounds crazy, right? Stick with me because by the end of this video, you'll see exactly why overthinking is actually your secret weapon, and how you can use it to win and get ahead in life instead of feeling stuck. Alright, let me guess. You hesitate before sending a simple text, right? You type it out, then delete it. Type it again, then stare at it for 5 minutes before finally hitting send, if you even send it at all. And then, boom! 5 minutes later, you're already replaying the conversation in your head. Did I say the wrong thing? Should I have handled that differently? What if they think I'm weird? And it's not just texts. You overthink emails, every work decisions, even the dumbest stuff like whether you should get a burger or a salad for dinner. And of course, someone always hits you with the classic, bro, just stop overthinking. Oh, wow, genius advice. Amazing. Never thought of that. Let me just go ahead and turn my brain off real quick. Except that's not how it works, is it? Because your brain doesn't have an off switch. And that's because overthinking isn't some bad habit you need to fix. It's actually your brain trying to protect you. See, overthinking isn't a sign that something's wrong with you. It's actually a sign of high intelligence. You analyze things deeply because your brain is wired to see patterns and details that most people completely miss. Overthinking isn't a problem, it's a tool. And once you learn how to use it the right way, everything changes. Because here's the truth. Overthinking is what makes some people millionaires. It's what makes leaders anticipate the future. It's the reason some people are always 2 steps ahead. The most successful people in the world, they don't stop overthinking, they master it. And in a second, I'm going to show you exactly how you can too. Let's get one thing straight. Overthinking isn't random. It's not a glitch in your brain. It's actually a sign of something really powerful. Think about it. Ever notice how you pick up on things that others miss? That shift in someone's tone? That weird energy in a room? That tiny detail in a conversation that no one else even noticed? That's because your brain is wired for detail, for strategy, for anticipation. You don't just look at what's in front of you, you see all the possibilities. And that's why the greatest minds in history, the most successful innovators, the best strategists, they were all overthinkers. Steve Jobs, obsessed over every tiny detail of Apple products. That's why the iPhone isn't just another phone that changed the world. Einstein spent years overthinking equations that no one else could even comprehend. That's why he came up with theories that reshaped physics forever. Even top athletes, Michael Jordan, Tom Brady, they don't just play the game. They overthink every move, every opponent, every possible outcome before they even step on the court. And you have that same ability. Your brain is built to think ahead, to analyze, to strategize. That's not a weakness, that's your edge. So if overthinking is actually a gift, why does it sometimes feel like a curse? Why does it leave you feeling stuck instead of successful? Well, that's because no one ever showed you how to control it. And in the next section, I'm going to show you exactly how to take control of your overthinking, so it works for you instead of against you. Okay, so now we know. Overthinking isn't the problem, it's how you use it. So let's get practical. I'm going to show you exactly how to turn overthinking into a skill that makes you smarter, faster, and more successful. Most people overthink their fears. The smartest people? They overthink their solutions. Next time your brain starts spiraling, catch it. Instead of thinking, what if I fail? Ask yourself, how can I make this work? Instead of, what if I say the wrong thing? Ask, what's the best way I can handle this? Think about a chess player. The best ones aren't panicking about losing. They're thinking 3 moves ahead, preparing for every possibility. That's how you win the game, and life is no different. Overthinking burns people out because they obsess over what could go wrong. The trick? Redirect that same energy into something useful. If you're stuck overthinking a work decision, don't just sit there panicking. Write down 3 possible solutions and their outcomes. If you're overthinking a conversation instead of replaying what you said wrong, think about how you'd handle it better next time. Ever notice how artists and inventors are obsessive overthinkers? They don't shut off their brains. They focus their thinking on creating something new. That's why overthinking can actually make you more innovative and successful. Now, even the best overthinkers need to know when to stop analyzing and start acting. Here's a trick. When you catch yourself stuck in a loop, set a 2-minute timer. Give yourself exactly 2 minutes to analyze the situation. Then you make a decision and move forward. This forces you to take action instead of staying paralyzed in your own thoughts. Think about it. The best athletes don't spend 30 minutes overthinking their next move. They make a decision in seconds. You need to train your brain the same way. Now you know how to control your overthinking. But here's the big question. How do you make sure it never controls you again? That's what I'll show you in the next section. You know who else was an overthinker? Leonardo da Vinci. He didn't just paint the Mona Lisa in a day. He spent years obsessing over tiny details. He saw things no one else noticed, and that's why his work became legendary. The difference between people who succeed with overthinking and people who suffer from it is simple. Some let their thoughts control them. Others learn how to control their thoughts. So the next time someone tells you you think too much, take it as a compliment. Now here's the funny thing. The world tells you that overthinking is bad, just like they tell you that too much screen time is ruining your life. But what if they were wrong about that too? Think about it. How many times have you felt guilty for spending too much time on your phone? How often do you catch yourself scrolling and think, I need to stop wasting time? But what if I told you that your screen time isn't actually the problem? That instead of cutting back, the real key is learning how to use it the right way. Because just like overthinking, your phone isn't the enemy. It's a tool. And in this next video, I'll show you exactly how to make your screen time work for you instead of against you. Click here to watch it now. This might just be the most productive screen time you've had all day.